My girlfriend recently bought me a Game Boy Advance, and it actually came with the pouch and a couple games. I figured it'd be fun to try to use MPC Live to try to make a beat using the Game Boy Advance and whatever's in here. To be honest, the only real game that the only real two games that I'm familiar with, and when I say familiar is that I've actually played, because back then I never owned a Game Boy Advance. I only had a Game Boy Color. Is the two Pokemon games, Crystal and Yellow. Super Mario World 2, which I have played actually. The Legend of Zelda, ooh, I think that might be it. Donkey Kong Land, which I've also played. Harry Potter, never played. Rugrats, Mario Tennis, and so on, so on. So today's going to be more or less kind of like trying to find a sample. So I'm going to be throwing on these games into the Game Boy Advance and trying to see if I can find anything that I want to sample into the MPC. And for all of the newer generation that is asking, why isn't there a backlight? Why can't I see anything? Because you guys were fortunate enough to get portable game systems that had backlights. These still didn't have a backlight yet, but in my opinion still looked pretty good for the time, you know? The thing about these old cartridges is that sometimes they need a good cleaning, you know, for them to function properly. Don't blow on your cartridges, just an FYI, that's really bad. I know when we were kids, we used to love, you know, blowing on the cartridges, but it actually damages the I don't know what they're called, the teeth of the cartridge at the bottom. There was a little beginning section on this Wario Land 2. If I could get it to focus. There was a section that I actually really liked, and I will probably revisit, but just for the sake of looking to see what we have, let's keep browsing. I've been eyeing this one since I saw it in the pouch. Let's go. It looks like the previous person that was using this had a save already done. Basically what I'm doing now, I'm chopping up that main melody in that dungeon. I really apologize for the kind of strange angle. My tripod doesn't go as high, and the lens that I'm currently using on my camera doesn't let me zoom in any further than what it's zoomed in right now. But if you guys are able to see, I have two options of moving my start trim. Basically, I can use my Q links. The higher you go in the Q links, the more aggressive your trim is. So if I trim with this one, it trims very, very subtly, and as I go up, it gets a little bit more aggressive, and obviously this one I can, you know, trim a little bit more aggressively. Now, personally, I kind of like using my fingers, you know, like I've never had an MPC where you've been able to chop with your fingers, and to be honest, at first I was like, man, I'm not gonna like that. I like feeling the buttons, I like, you know, hitting the cursor, turning the data wheel, but actually, you know, once you get used to it, which, I mean, the majority of you who own tablets or anything touchscreen are probably already used to this. You get even more of a hands-on experience with your workstation. I'm gonna go back into my menu and I'm going to assign. There's two ways of doing this. One, I can go to Program, Edit, hit the Samples tab. Right here where it says Layer, I can pick whichever layer I want. There's 4 layers. I can do it that way, if that makes sense. Layers, scroll around, find the sample that you want to put on the pad. I could do it this way, Sample Edit, and go into whichever sample you want. In this case, I'm going to use that loop that I picked out first. I like this assign feature better because once you're done chopping whatever you need to chop, or once you're done editing whatever sound that you need, you just go as simple as assign, hit the pad, done. You know, it's quick, it's fast. You don't have to waste any time looking for the sample. So I have already recorded the sample in, and I've already programmed a simple basic loop that I want to use to continue to build off of. So let me play it real quick. 2-bar loop, simple, right? It's just the idea for using that 2-bar loop. One, I didn't get too crazy with the chops like I normally do. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down some drums, probably do a little bit of live work. And what I mean live is that I'm going to go to this X and Y screen effects location, that's what it's called. And I'm just going to mess around with this so you guys can see what it actually does. So let's record those drums. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I took a little bit more of a trap approach on this particular beat. I don't really know how to make trap beats, so I basically attempted to make a trap beat. I try to be a little bit more talkative in this one. Let me know if you guys liked it. Let me know if you guys want more videos like this. And once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.